Welcome back to my YouTube channel again. Here's a bit more about my flights to New Zealand. I flew from Vancouver straight to Auckland. Basically, I got on the flight, I had a window seat, so I was pretty excited about that. And then this older couple comes along and is like, "You're in the wrong seat." And I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm this is my seat here." And they're like, "Well, we wanted it to just be us. It was supposed to be just the two of us in these 3 seats." I was like, "Okay, I'm sorry, but like you can have the window seat if you want, if that's a problem." Like, but I'm not really sure what I'm meant to do here. And they like huffed and puffed and then I walked away and I was like, "Oh, this is awkward." And then they went and got the flight attendant and I'm like sitting there like, "Sorry, like this is my ticket." And then she's like, "I'm so sorry, but would you mind possibly moving? We have the exact same seat just on the opposite side here." And I was like thinking, sweet, then I don't have to sit beside these grumpy people. And then she breaks it to me. She's like, "The only thing is they have a baby." And I'm like, no, I'm not going to be on this like 15 whatever hour flight with a baby crying. But I was like, oh, that's gonna be better than sitting next to these people. Okay, I'll do it. So I went and sat next to them. And these people were so lovely. The husband was from Revelstoke, BC. The wife was from Australia. And they were the coolest people. And I even got to fall asleep. And I woke up and he embarrassed me and said his wife and I fell asleep on his shoulder on opposite sides because he was sitting in the middle. And I was so embarrassed. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I just slept on this stranger's shoulder and this is so embarrassing. What am I going to say?" He's like, "Nah, don't worry about it. It's okay. I just wanted to embarrass you." And I was like, "Well, yeah, you sure did." And I got to know them a bit more first. And then ended up sleeping on the ground with his wife because we had this big area in front of us because it's where you put, it's like it's after the business class. So there's like that big area. So fell asleep on the floor for a while before we got told off until we had to sit back in our seats. And during this whole time, the baby did not cry once. It was like, could this be any better karma? Like, I had the best karma for that flight. The baby did not cry, and it was a really cute baby. So I was like, this is great, this is awesome. So I got to know these people pretty well, and we exchanged emails. I think we ended up adding each other on Facebook, and they were really awesome. So I really appreciated them making my flight a whole lot better. So then we got to Auckland, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got a half an hour to race out and get my luggage and get to the other terminal. Little did I know that this terminal is like in another building and you have to like walk there. I had no idea. And so I'm like getting my stuff, got my suitcase, and then I'm like, okay, where do I go? I'm asking these people and they're like, "Oh yep, just down the end of here." I'm like, okay, sweet. Get down to the end, I'm like, where do I go? There was nothing on the floor or anything. It was outside. She didn't say outside and go. Or maybe I wasn't listening, I don't know. So I ran back and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have no idea where to go still." She's like, "Oh, outside and then just follow the green line." I'm like, okay. So go and follow the green line, and then she tells me it takes like 15 minutes, and so I'm like really panicking now, and I'm sprinting with these suitcases all the way there. I get there, I check them through, I'm like, sweet. I boosted upstairs, and then I had a backpack and a carry-on, a mini like carry-on suitcase, and they're like, "I'm sorry, but your carry-on's too big." And I'm like, this carry-on was just fine in my last flight. What the heck? And I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, what do I do? And she's like, "Oh, you can just check it for free. You just have to go back downstairs, but you're gonna have to really hurry because you're the last person we're waiting for." And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I just ran all over again, and I was drenched in sweat because if you've never been to Auckland, like, it's really humid, and I was just so sweaty. It was disgusting. And I boosted myself back up the stairs after, and I was like, okay, I'm ready. I'm running onto the plane. Had to run to catch my second flight. This way. Get to my seat. And then these people just come strolling in. I think it was like 2 or 3 people, and I was like, sweet, you guys are not sweating, you're taking your sweet time, and I just had to rush so fast and I'm covered in sweat. So was not impressed. But it's okay, I made my flight, I didn't miss anything. I was relieved, very relieved. And that flight was from Auckland to Christchurch, and then I got there, got my stuff, somebody had a wee sign for me to go find, and off I went to Oamaru. Yeah. And so that was my wee journey to New Zealand. So that's the end of my video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and look forward to seeing you next time. See ya!